let me get to the news in the world of pop culture and entertainment, even though there's nothing about this that's entertaining per se. We're getting started with the latest on Sean Diddy Combs, who's currently sitting in a federal jail awaiting trial on sex trafficking, conspiracy, and racketeering charges. At a hearing on Thursday, his trial date was tentatively set for May 5th, 2025. In addition, prosecutors said Combs may be facing additional criminal charges down the road. So damn, they still building more of a case. Still building more of a case. According to new legal documents obtained by TMZ, who else? Combs' attorneys are accusing the feds of misconduct, alleging they orchestrated the leak of the Cassie Ventura tape to CNN. The tape from 2016, if you remember, showed Diddy throwing Cassie to the floor, kicking her twice while she was trying to get on an elevator at a Los Angeles hotel. In the legal documents, Diddy's attorneys are specifically blaming the Department of Homeland Security, not the U.S. Attorney's Office. They also contend that the Department of Homeland Security is likely the source of the leak for a few reasons, namely the DHS agents, Department of Homeland Security, for those of you who don't know, were often quoted in news stories about the raids on Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami. Okay, y'all. First things first. According to the prosecution, they didn't have a copy of the tape until they didn't get a copy of the tape until they saw it on CNN. Prior to that, they had no knowledge of it. Could they be lying? Sure. Does it really make a difference? Now, one could easily argue no, because the tape did show him beating up Cassie Ventura. We do have a videotape of P. Diddy saying, I was really fucked up. Those are his words, not ours. He was on video admitting that he was messed up, that he did what he did, that it was undeniably inexplicable, inexcusable, and that he was wrong. We see it right there. That was the video. He already said it. He admitted it. So we can't, nothing changes that. Once you're on video, you're on video. I will remind y'all that when Ray Rice got into his situation with his then fiance in Atlantic City back a decade ago, he never played another game in his NFL career. Because video matters. Video matters. And so to me, my initial reaction was, why bring up, if you are the defense, why even bring up the tape again, talking about how it was leaked by the government to try to buffer your case, try to buffer your argument? To me, initially, it made no sense. I just thought it was dumb. I'm looking at his attorneys like, what the hell are you thinking? You're just reminding everybody of how egregious his actions were. That's what I was thinking. But then I said, the court of public opinion is one thing, but they trying to get this brother off. Their next move is to say that if you can prove that the prosecution leaked the tape to the public, then you could get the tape removed as evidence to be presented by the prosecution, and the defense wins because you don't have to worry about 12 jurors seeing that damn tape while they're trying to judge whether or not to confiscate this man's freedom for the rest of his natural life. So it's two modes of thinking. On one hand, all right, they leaked the videos. That was very egregious. See, public, you understand what I'm saying? Trying to take the black man even further. Trying to take him down. It's what they trying to do, trying to make him look bad, trying to convict him in the court of public opinion. We've got to give P. Diddy some reprieve. We got to give him some support because there are still, ladies and gentlemen, even with the video of him and Cassie Ventura, his ex-girlfriend, in that hotel lobby by the elevator, even with that, y'all do know there's still millions of people who support P. Diddy, right? You do know there are people that are saying he's being railroaded, right? You do know that there are people that are leaning on conspiracy theories because of his case where he was suing Diageo, which owned Ciroc, and they supposed to owe him money. And then you got people speculating about private investigators being hired to take him down because they were pissed off that he sued them after all of this money they helped him make, blah, 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 blah. All of that stuff, while in all likelihood unprovable, is conceivable to the mind, especially to a mind of people who support somebody that's being prosecuted by our government who happens to be a black man. You are going to have people that look at that now. Keep in mind, there were people outside the courthouse supporting R. Kelly. You remember that? They were women. So if that's the reality, right? And you have people outside the courthouse, grown-ass women with daughters supporting him, is it not conceivable that there's going to be a bunch of people that's supporting Diddy? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, I understand they're talking about, and I know my researchers looking at me, and they talk about underage people with Diddy. I know there were sex workers. But I'm talking about the actual charges against them: sex trafficking, racketeering, etc. There's nothing about underage folks. There have been civil cases that people have hinted might be coming down the pike that could involve underage people or people who were underage at the time. But we haven't seen that yet in this particular case against them. So you got people out there that's supporting them. Back to all of this today. Court date, May 5th, 2025. Twin daughters, Jesse James and Delilah Starr, held hands as they walked into the Lower Manhattan courthouse just before the 2 p.m. hearing. The Bad Boy Records founder entered the courtroom through a side door wearing tan jail clothes. He flashed a smile and waved to his son, King Combs, who was sitting in the second row of the courtroom gallery. It's good that his children are there, no doubt about it, giving him all the support that he needs, okay? And, of course, his mother, Janice Combs, showed up, walking into the federal courthouse as well. So his family's there in full support of him. I was just taken aback by them making noise about the video being leaked, because I was like, how the hell is that going to help him? But in the end, when you really think about it, it does kind of help him in the court of public opinion, because whenever a black man is being prosecuted and we think that the government has done something salacious or unethical in their pursuit of him, we gonna side with him, at least to a degree, in terms of pointing out the kind of links they will go through to take him down. We're also hearing that they're coming with additional charges down the pike. This is just the start. It ain't the finish line. But by doing this, their belief is that that's going to help him in the court of public opinion. I don't know if they're wrong. They might be right about that. But they especially win if they get that tape removed and it's not allowed to be seen by the 12 jurors that's going to be assigned to decide whether or not he's going to jail for 20, 25 years, the 40 years, the rest of his life, or whether he's going to be made to be a free man. He still ain't been let out on bail. If I remember correctly, a judge was removed from the case and a different judge came about. Still ain't removed from jail. They still haven't granted him bail. But this revealing of the tape and the accusations that it was leaked by the government to assist the prosecution, well, they are the prosecution, the government. It does make sense. It might not be that bad of a strategy. And if you can get that tape removed, they don't have to see what he did to his ex-girl. It's interesting. I'm just saying.